Hey collective, this is Diamond Water. I have a message for you. So, what's crazy is before I turn on the camera, like I can preview myself, right? And like what came to mind was like, do you see me how I see me? No, is the answer. No, like you have a perspective of what you see, and I have a perspective of what I see. But each perspective has come from a position of experience. So you can look at me and say, oh, I know you from this experience, this moment in your life, this moment in your life, these things, we did this together. So then you have your perspective of that. Or you just only have a visual perspective if you know nothing about me, right? Or if I'm looking at myself, I'm really tapping into every aspect that I know of myself. And I've literally taken the time to learn and grow and change and better myself and step outside the box and just do things differently than everyone else. So even with just that perspective is a lot, let alone the moments that I cried or I was happy or, like however I cleansed, however I shed tears, happy or sad tears too, you know, like all those areas of who I am. So it's so crazy when you look, it's like you look in the mirror and the question is like, does everybody else see what I see? No. No. Even if you told somebody every step of the way, told somebody every little thing that you did every step of the way, their perspective is still going to be different because they want to know, like, how you've done it compared to how everybody else has done it or how everybody else hasn't done it. Like, at the end of the day, the perspective is different. And so that was just the message that I was getting before I hopped on. And I want to do a message from our higher selves, right? Like, what is it that we need to know? What should we be letting go right now? What energy would benefit us? Those areas. Um, so we're gonna pull a Sacred Rebel Oracle card. Thank you, Spirit, for the opportunity to be a messenger to the collective energy. Thanks for protecting me and keeping me surrounded by love and light. I appreciate all that you do for me on the regular. It feels so good to be a child of you. Highest source energy. Yes. All right, let's see. What's the message for the higher self? From the higher self. What's the higher self message that the collective energy needs to hear? Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So we have the perfection of your life. We have Pandora's Gift. Look how beautiful this card is. Oh, there's a glare. Can we get out the glare? Bam! Get out the glare. And Inner Trust. My bad, y'all. Am I snacking on this Jolly Rancher? Because it is so good. It's a cherry Jolly Rancher. Bomb right now. Okay. What I'm picking up is that you've had moments of trusting yourself. You've had moments of issues with trusting yourself, even though you knew you were supposed to trust yourself. You've heard that already. You already know, like, you've went through enough experiences to where you can trust yourself. You've connected to God and your spirit guides and everybody that supports you with this human experience. You've connected with them and you know this. And so it's like you had trust issues because you are a gifted individual. You have gifts that other people don't have. Your gift is unique. I'm picking up like there are others that do what you do or have the gift that you have, but yours is unique. It's one of a kind. Nobody is the same. Oh, so that's where that perspective gets tied into. Okay, I get it. Because how you see things is literally through your own lens that is God given. But look how colorful those it's like wings or like a mask, but it's a face covering, it's an eye covering. And it's almost like if you were to close your eyes with this mask on, you activate your third eye. And it's so open and so broad. But you are a true chosen one. You're so special that your gift is special for you. This is so beautiful. This is really beautiful energy. And so you need to have that inner trust because this gift that you have is like so created for you. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? It's yours. You have to trust it. And okay, it like you have to ask. Okay, so okay, it's like a lot of information coming fast. So how do I break this down? It's like your inner trust comes from, like, that's part of the process, was getting to learn yourself in a spiritual way so that you could fully trust your intuition and you could fully trust your instincts and your discernment. Like, part of your process was getting to the point where everything was literally black and white. Not in the sense of the colors, black and white, in the sense of it is so clear that it's either this or that. Like, it's so clear that you can, it's like black and white. Like, it's evident. And so now you've gained that inner trust. You were supposed to. You're finally there. which is so awesome, because it was like you went through enough trying to really dive into what your gifts were. Some of y'all have multiple gifts. And you're like, okay, well, right now I can work with one or two of them. But during your journey, they're all going to start working out for you, for your favor, in your favor, for your betterment as the path is laid out. But you have to learn your abilities, your superpowers. You had to learn them first before you could share them. Or you had to figure out what it is in order to, see clearly with that gift. But you're to the point where, you've grown, you're knowledgeable, you're very wise. So you need to trust. Like, that's the message that Spirit wants you to know right now. Your higher self is telling you to trust. And if you have to, test yourself, test yourself. It's crazy. I was literally talking to one of my friends the other day, and he was like, oh, I want to share some information that I think you would really enjoy, but I'd rather show you in person. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And mind you, he had not told me about the person that he wanted to share, that he found, right? And it took me a second, maybe 2 minutes, but it came to me and I was like, oh, are you talking about Sadhguru? And he was like, yeah. And I shocked the shit out of him because he had never mentioned that before. And he was like, how did you know that? My intuition. If you're supposed to know, you're going to know. I even was like, what? Okay. This thing is real. If you didn't know, now you know. Do you believe me now? And so you're going to have experiences where God is going to allow your gifts to be shown to others. Or, okay, what I'm picking up is that you're showing your gifts. You're showing your gifts now. You are showing your gifts. Okay. Let's see what the angels have to say here. Angel prayer. Angel prayers. It's the deck I'm using. Let's see. It says peace and harmony. This is the angel. Uh-oh. Yeah, focus. Okay. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. Yeah. Well, harmony is the ability to, fully connect and intertwine in light. That's to me the definition of harmony or harmonious. That's how it came. Let's see. The miracle of prayer. Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So you guys are actually starting to pray more, or you're realizing that your manifestations are happening quickly because you're able to speak in the right way. You're able to literally like connect on the right frequency to get what your desires are heard, so then they could be met. It's one thing to ask for something and then put no action or start doubting it as soon as you speak it. You know, it's like you're at the point where you're speaking what you need to say and you're receiving as well. Like that harmony of, you know, getting to what you're asking for. Oh, that feels so good. It does. And you have trustworthy friends. Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. Okay. That's awesome. And that fell right under the inner trust. So it's like you have to trust that God has sent you people that are literally like earth angels. They're earth angels just like you. Like you've been asking to be with people that see the world the way that you do. Because like that's going to make your life feel so fulfilled. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What other messages? Let's see what Goddess Isis has to say here. What's the energy that will help? What's the energy that will help us with this reading? Goddess Isis, what messages do you have? What messages do you have for the collective energy? Okay. Yeah, I'm still getting an emphasis on that perspective. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. This is healing the divine masculine. The divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding. Even though the most uncomfortable, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life, your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in the ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. Okay. All right, so we have Spirit of Isis. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired actions until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you and believe. So it's like that's where that trust is coming in, because it's like, you know, you have to, when you're healing the masculine energy, it's, you know, the you're protected, but it's also like your thoughts are protected. Your thoughts are protected so that you can see clearly. So you can see things like black and white almost. You know what I'm saying? Like your thoughts are protected. And you have, like, you're just diving deep. Like you're just, there's been a switch. You know, there's been a switch of letting go and being able to tap in. And so Spirit again is asking us to trust, have that inner trust. So this is getting deep to the point where, because there's so many things that are happening in this world. So like there's messengers out here to share the message, but when it all starts sounding repetitive between different people, that means that is a highlight that all the spirit guides are trying to make known. The universe is speaking through multiple people. And when the message starts sounding the same between each person, that means that message is like for real solid. Everyone needs to pay attention to it. Simple as that. It's not everybody is copying each other and watching each other's videos and, you know, repeating the same shit. No, that's, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, for real. It's actually a message that we're all receiving. And so some of us can give the message out differently, or this person, you know, is saying it like this, but it's still the same message or a similar message. And this person said it like this, but it's still the similar message. You know, like, so God is putting out multiple people that can, you know, again, be the messenger and let it be known. But in the midst of that, we are all supposed to be leveling up to where, you know, you got that same message. And now when you hear somebody else say it, it's confirmation. So now you're paying attention to what's going on in your surroundings, but it's not you only listening to everybody else to get the message. You're listening to everybody else to confirm the message that you already received. Okay. Temple of Carnelian. This is going back to like this. You can't make it up. You can't. It is time to trust in your own boldness and courage, taking risks that feel true to your heart and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive, embodied, and more of yourself. Even if not always comfortable, um, are going to help you live the life you were born to live. I think we're missing a word, which is crazy. Oh man, I think I found a typo. But like, so again, you're going to see things so clearly. Like, they literally are missing the word you. Even if not always comfortable, you are going to help. Okay. Anyway, this is not, I love communication and grammar, and I'm over here trying to figure out how this last part of this card is printed incorrectly or written wrong. And so again, it's really just like the main point of this card is to trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your own boldness, trust in the actions that you're taking, trust in, the path that you're on. Because you have the knot of Isis. Part of your spiritual journey, part of your spiritual destiny involves a special relationship with the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to the goddess. So with all these actions that you're taking for forward movement and inner trust and, meeting all these people, it is part of your path. It is part of your destiny to have a spiritual relationship with Goddess Isis so that other people can get the messages from her through you. Not everybody is connected to the same goddesses or gods or spirit guides and all that. Again, that goes back to the perspective. We don't all see things the same way. Some things can be similar, but it's not going to be the same. So this is the last card. And it says, stay true and be in your power. I mean, these are all connected. And they're all talking about staying in your power, trusting yourself, knowing that you have, your gift is special, and activating it, using it. Like, it's time to be a Power Ranger and really get out here and do what you're supposed to do. Because every one of us has a gift that's going to help another chosen one, let alone someone that's not chosen. Like, we're supposed to help wake people up. So this card says, you are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are the divine being, free to be you. I'm pretty sure I had said that earlier. Your gift is special. But at the end of the day, like, nobody has the same perspective as you. So stay in your power, but use it so that other people can be more powerful from the knowledge that they receive from you. Like, stand in your power. But you have to trust yourself in order to stand in your power. So know that, the universe is wanting to let you know that the things that you see, are real, and you need to trust that. So depending on, what your job is, what platform you share on, however you can benefit, even if it's somebody that you just run into at the grocery store, if a conversation is sparked, like, that's for a reason. For you, or for them, or for both. So, trust This is a point where you trust. Trust, 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 trust. But I'm also hearing like write it down and make it plain. So maybe if you want to create your own personal boundaries, so you're not just like, oh, I trust everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not saying be a fool at this point, but we're saying like use your discernment and, you know, understand, understand, and overstand what the things are that you should be trusting right now. And I'm picking up that is other messengers. You need to have discernment on who you're trusting in that way. And people that come into your life. If they're not able to elevate you in some type of way, then they're not a true earth angel. And they're not like the friend that you need to have. You see how he's like lifting her up so that her wings so she can fly? Like her wings are expanded. And his are down right now. But like there's a connection here. Okay, you're again, the light. You're able to see clearer with this new group of people. These people are gonna put you on their shoulder, but it's almost like a pyramid. Like each person is gonna be able to put the other person on their shoulder, and the other person puts them on their shoulder, and the other person puts them on their shoulder, and like that's how we're going to continuously grow to the top. That's how we're gonna like, and where's the top? Like there's no ceiling, especially when it comes to the spirit realm. There's no ceiling there. So like everybody is gonna put in their effort in order to get to the top. Like that's what we're supposed to do. That's why we're here. And if you don't know that, then you need to be putting in your efforts to continuously ascend. Like this is going in waves. Ascension. Like we're in an ascension wave right now. Like we've been going through waves for a really long time. But since we're in the time of Aquarius, like we're really ascending much higher, much faster, and more together. But you have to trust that the direction that you're going, like trust is like the biggest emphasis of this reading. You have to trust yourself. Trust that everything coming your way is, I mean, it's definitely going to be a lesson. But every lesson doesn't have to be bad or hard. Some lessons are like really nice ones. And I'm hearing like money falling from the sky. So some people are going to have money flowing. Like there's going to be a lot of money coming from different directions. So trust. I saw this little snippet from Rick Ross today, and he was talking about how you have to, you know, appreciate your ills, right? Because if you never had a loss, then you wouldn't know how to grow. You wouldn't know what to change and tweak. So sometimes third time is the charm. Sometimes, I gotta hear somewhere. Sometimes third time's the charm. So, or multiple attempts. It could be even more than 3. Shoot. But usually, you know, 3 is like finally being able to work things out, finally celebrating and being happy, being in a good emotional place. So anyway, it's getting close to my bedtime. I gotta get up, go to work in the morning. So get these kids off to school. But collective, thank you for spending time with me. I really enjoyed our time together. And you know, I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, share. Thank you. Love you. Bye.